I'm a firm believer that your surroundings and what you have around you create your character in a sense. I'm a bit of a collector of artifacts and some discarded items, and I try to keep those things around me because I have a love for them, and secondly, I can incorporate some of these things into my work. So me going and exploring little yard sales and this and that kind of helps me to discover these items that some people have just kind of discarded and let go of, and I find something like a yardstick to be beautiful. Yeah, I like found stuff, and sometimes I feel like it's just been waiting there for me the whole time. I like to keep my environment very similar to my work, and that's kind of how it all tends to tie in. My work is heavily inspired by line work and the line itself and its placement and the thick and thin aspects of it, because the first thing I really was doing was like pen work and using the micro pens and doing fine point stuff. So illustrating is my first love. I was in Bushwick, and then a few days later I had Eric Otto. He did that. He did the little houses hanging. He did this breakup. He did this part, and those and those. So I told him just like draw over what I drew already. Just add it. So it's not. So what I did was just unconscious to the point like I didn't know he was going to do something, and then I did mine. And that was my sketch in my friend's BMW driving from New York to Philly. Illustration was what I thought I was going to do as a kid, so it was always very important for me. And even in my work today, I still try to incorporate like the line work and using drafting supplies and T-squares and 45-degree angles and such, and I like to incorporate the line and shapes, squares, circles, your very basic childhood shapes. When I say childhood, I mean just like building blocks and such. Like these are some of the first things you learn. When I'm asked how to describe where my creative nature started or came from, it has to do with primarily curiosity and secondarily my mom's, creative side. Because we used to go on hikes in the Santa Monica Mountains, and she was the one who took her books and would sketch, and I would just run around and build things out of rocks and such. And I was the kid that kind of used to walk through the alleys and dig through the trash and just find stuff and mess with it. I kept finding different elements and items, and I got into wheat pasting in the late 90s. So I used to go wheat pasting on the street, and then I would use the same paste and do the collage stuff onto my wood panels. And I just have this, I just love cut and paste. That really ends up being about that. Just manipulating different Xerox copies and like spray mount or any kind of adhesive to adhere them to a surface and just manipulate them and work them out. I think I want my work to kind of reflect something from a period of yesteryear. Not way too old, but just something that looked, somewhat vintage, like it's been there for a while, but yet still has this sort of futuristic look. Going back to my character, my perseverance, my relentlessness, my, all my little desires, push it. I'm still just trying this out. I don't think I'm officially there. I'm just still experimenting and exploring this possibility. My divine essence character, my genes make me the kind of person, I'm just naturally the kind of person that just likes to be creative in all aspects. If it wasn't art, it would have been something else. I just would have been active in it. It's just how it is.